Hey, welcome to day 137, Coffee with Kenny. We're having a blast with these every day. Helicopters are fun and they're great and they're cool, and we love fancy pictures of helicopters and cool videos of helicopters flying. It's all fine and dandy till something bad happens. Think about it. I'm right here on a level floor, nice concrete floor. Look where this rotor blade's at compared to my head. Think about just 8 inches. If the ground was sloping 8 inches this way, I just measured this step right here, 8 inches of ground slope, and look what happens. Boom. Where's that main rotor? I harp and have harped for quite some time, and I've done quite a few videos about this area back here, and I've told stories about this right back here, the tail rotor. I've got some horror stories about tail rotors. Some friends of mine, one particular friend of mine that was flying a helicopter where someone was killed walking into the tail rotor. There's lots of bad things that happen. When I was in the Robinson safety course, Tim Tucker talked about somebody coming underneath the tail boom and walking into a tail rotor. And as I mentioned, I've done quite a few videos on the tail rotors. But the last video I remember doing on the main rotor system, quite a few years ago, and I did it with a friend of mine, Danny Martin. Haven't seen Danny in a long time, but we were giving rides at a private event, and we had some sloping ground, and we actually walked over, and Danny was standing there talking, and he was standing on the ground just like this, and here was the rotor blade in his face. But that video is probably 8 years old now. So I just want to make the point that, you know, depending on the make and model of helicopter you're flying, there's different things going on with different heights. On this particular model, you have to be careful. So again, think about it. That's 8 inches. So standing here with the blades we're spinning, that's all the clearance I'm going to have. Unlevel ground, 8 inches, boom. What if the wind forces a blade down? What if the helicopter's sitting a little crockeye? I mean, there's all kinds of different things that could play into this, so you really have to think about this when you're at festivals, you're giving rides. I know I can tell you about a place not far from here where I landed. It was a helipad where a crew member lost their life. Trained crew member got out, walked on the rotor blade at a helipad down in Indianapolis. Not that long ago, just a few years ago, a gentleman who had been flying helicopters for like 40 years, giving helicopter rides at a festival, the fair. I think he was in his 60s, been doing it all of his life. Was loading people or doing something, left the blade spinning, decapitated himself. So, hey, sometimes we gotta throw in some big ones, right? Day 136, I said, Coffee with Kenny. Helicopters are cool and they're fun and they're exciting, but you have to think about the dangers, and there's two big ones. There's the main rotor system and the tail rotor system you gotta think about. And here's another one. When you have this issue here, especially on level ground, people will approach you when you land somewhere. They want to come out and greet the helicopter. If they just start approaching and you're in there at the controls and you're just shutting down and somebody starts walking towards you, unless say you know the ground is maybe sloping up or the person's tall, they start walking at you, you're guarding the controls, and then you're trying to tell them to stop. You know, you're trying to flag them down, and then they're waving at you. Oh, hi, and here they come. You know, so this is something you have to think about when you go landing off airports. You need to have somebody there ready to help you. If you're going to go to a party, birthday party, you want to give some friends some rides or something, make sure you've got someone there that can help you. Hopefully a rated pilot would be the best, a helicopter pilot who's been through the training and understands and knows to be there and knows to keep people back. And these precautions during helicopter rides, you know, it's a fact. It happens. People get killed from main rotors and tail rotors. Always, always, always try to have someone with you. And again, you know, you get your private pilot license, you want to go out and start having fun, and you want to go to parties and different things. I know they told us at the Robinson safety course, they said, guys, just shut the aircraft down. And people don't want to do that, right? They want to keep it running because time's money, blades are spinning. And they said, unless you have a helicopter pilot there with you to escort people up to and away from the aircraft, shut the damn thing down every time. Make sure everybody understands if you're doing it alone, you're going to land, you're going to shut down, you're going to go get your passenger, you're going to get them hooked up, you're going to start up, go fly, come back, shut it down. Because you cannot control, when you're sitting in there as PIC, you can't control what people do. You can't control it. and you have to think about this when you go landing at different places. You know, I always try to pick up and set down into the wind. There are times where I might land somewhere and I'm concerned about some people on a ramp or some people approaching the aircraft. There are times where I don't land downwind, but I'll turn and set down downwind just so I can keep my eyes on the people that I may be concerned about. So, helicopter pilot, man, there's a lot to think about as pilot in command. You're responsible. You're responsible for everything. You're responsible for the safety of your passengers. You're responsible for the safety of everybody around you. That's why we like to leave the anti-collision light on until the blades are done moving. You just never know who's approaching. All right, I'm Kenny Keller, Creator Helicopter Line Ground School. We have private pilot, commercial pilot, instrument pilot, certified flight instructor. All of those have a 24-hour free test flight where you can go in and take our training, check it out, the whole entire course for 24 hours, and be billed nothing. The system doesn't bill you to about hour 26 or 27. We've tested that. We know it's a fact. You go in, check out the training on the monthly or yearly membership, and if you decide it's not right for you, remove your credit card information within the site, from inside the Helicopter Line Ground School site. You will not be billed if you take it out within the first 24 hours. Or if you signed up with PayPal, you just end your subscription in PayPal. If you decide to keep the training, you can go month to month, keep it as long as you like. If you go for the yearly, remember that's a subscription, and it will renew in a year. So if you go for the year, make sure you remove your credit card or end it in PayPal so you don't get billed for year number 2. You want to keep it for year number 2? That's great. And on top of that, we have a 30-day money-back, no-hassle guarantee, no-hassle refund. That's been in place for 7 years. Very proud of that. Pretty good deal, 24-hour test flight, 100% money back, no hassle guarantee. And we have a big professional pilot package. And I'm feeling frisky, I'm gonna throw out my private code today, KK25 off. You can get 25% off that big package. That's private, commercial, instrument, CFI, unlimited, doesn't expire. If it takes you 5 years to get the year ratings, it's there for you. It is not a subscription. It is an unlimited membership, so there is no ending to it. It's a one-time fee, and with that code, KK25 off in the coupon box, that'll give you 25% off that package. Pretty dang awesome. And hey, got 2 books for you below, Top 10 Check Ride Tips and Helicopter Check Ride, both Amazon #1 bestsellers. The second one, Top 10 Check Ride Tips, I did that with Taz Chrisman, 2018 Flying Instructor of the Year. Taz went out and polled examiners in his local area. And there's a bonus section in there on what's happening now in the industry, what's happening with check rides when students show up, what are the problems. Taz interviewed like 3 examiners. That's in the book, Top 10 Check Ride Tips. We have a whole great big pile of those. We ship them to you. You just pay shipping and handling. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. So remember those 2 great big dangers, main rotor up here, tail rotor back here. You can't control what people do. You gotta always be careful, you gotta always be thinking. Because we want to have fun, we want to be safe. Last thing we want is somebody getting hurt or even worse, losing their life. So, hope that helps. We're gonna get ready for a big day. My add-on guy should be here any minute. He's coming in. Hopefully a couple more flights and we'll have our add-on guy done. And hopefully he'll jump on camera with you and talk about his experience. We got another member coming up bringing a Bell 47, hopefully maybe Wednesday this week. He said might be next week, depends on when he can get up here. But we got a guy bringing it up. We're going to highlight a Bell 47 one day for those of you wanting to learn about a Bell 47. Great story there. So thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell when you subscribe so you're notified of our daily video. Please comment below. Give us a thumbs up. And if you didn't like the video, click the dislike twice. Awesome. See you in day 137.